Hey there, Kalyn here, and welcome to another video in the Too Many Cards series that Emily Leapart and I have created. Today we're working with Neenah Tangled, and we're using their Ride With Me stamp set and the coordinating die set. This is an adorable stamp set that features two main critters, a bear and a fox, and then some little ones, a little hedgehog and a bunny that fit in the basket that goes on the bike. So a little tandem bicycle. It's absolutely adorable, and it's fun because this set uses different occasions. So you could make it a baby card, which is what I'm doing. You could make it for someone who's moving, a birthday, or just an all occasion card. So first you can see here I am stamping the tandem bicycle down using some black soot ink from Ranger, and then I'm just stamping the bear image down twice, also using the black ink from Ranger, and just stamping this on some smooth white cardstock. So just running all of these through my Sizzix Big Shot. I'm using the magnetic base here, and then I'm just going to place my stamped images and then place the dies face down, and they'll stick pretty well because of that magnetic base, although my plastic pieces are a bit warped, so sometimes a little bit of washi tape will help, and you'll see later that I use that. I had a bit of trouble getting that second bear to lay down, so I just used some washi tape, made sure it wasn't too sticky, and just placed that over top of the die, and that holds it in place. I also had to redo that stroller again because the first one came out a little bit wonky since I didn't tape it down. Now that all my dies are cut out, I'm going to start coloring them. So these are the different shades of Copic markers that I'm using to color in the bears. Just a variety of browns. Of course, you could use any color scheme that you wanted with these. It'd be really fun to make some colorful bears too, I think. And I've seen people do really cute variations on this. I know Emily's card is going to feature a little panda bear, which I think is absolutely adorable. So I'm just doing some basic Copic coloring, nothing super advanced, just taking some of the dark colors around the edges and then blending them in with the lighter colors. I decided to make the one bear a little bit of a darker brown and then the second bear a little bit lighter, just to differentiate between the two of them. Now that both bears are colored, I'm just taking this other Copic marker in a very light pink blush color and just adding a little bit of rosiness to both of the bears' cheeks. Now I'm taking a series of yellow and orange Copic markers and I'm coloring in the stroller, just giving some little bit of variation in tone and shadow. Now to color in the bicycle, I'm using a combination of teal colors that range from very light to a little bit more defined. When I'm buying Copics, I don't have a ton of them, but I usually purchase them in series of 3s. I heard that recommended from someone a long time ago. So if you want to get a certain color family, like in this case the teals, I got all of the similar numbers. So they start with BG for blue green, and then I just got varying shades that go up by 1 or 2 steps. That way you kind of have a nice little series of 3 that you can do an easy gradient, and they blend really well together, but you don't need to get all 10 or 12 or however many different kind of teal markers there are. Now I'm just taking a little bit of a warm gray color and filling that in on some of the bicycle parts. Now just taking 2 of the brown colors that I used for the bears and coloring in the basket just to give that a little bit of a different color. Now I'm just showing you, once you die cut out the bears, they actually have little slots in between the legs that you can stick them right over top of the bike, and they sit right on the seats. I just think that's such a cute feature of this set. It was just really well thought out. So now that I have all of my pieces, of course I'm going to add a little bit of pattern paper because I can't help it. This is from a crepe paper collection called Gather, and I just thought this was a really fun wood grain pattern paper. It kind of reminded me of a boardwalk, so I thought that would make a great little surface for the bears and the stroller to be riding along. And then found a just really light blue pattern for the top of the card. So now I'm just taking a pencil, marking off where I want to trim that bottom piece, and then using my Fiskars paper cutter and trimming that down. Now doing the same with that light teal plaid pattern. Once my pieces are all cut, I'm just taking my favorite adhesive, the Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and adhering them into place on my card front. For my sentiment, I chose the coming soon sentiment since that's the one that most relates to a new baby, and I thought this would be great to send to anyone who's expecting. So I just trimmed that down. I stamped it on a piece of white cardstock and then trimmed a really thin strip using my paper trimmer, and I'm just going to cut that down even further and make just a little bit of a flag peeking out from the right side of the card. So I just marked off where I wanted that to end and trimmed it down with my scissors, and then trimmed a little notch on the very end to make it look like a flag. I just like the way that that looks when I'm doing a sentiment like this. This stamp set also comes with this small little string stamp so that you can have any of the kind of bonus pieces look like they're attached to that tandem bicycle, which again is just such a nice, well thought out touch to this. So I just stamped that down in black right on the card, and then decided to add just some little hearts coming out of the basket because I thought that gave it a cute touch. And now I'm just going to adhere those main focal points using some foam squares. And that's going to finish off the card. Thank you so much for joining me in another one of my card videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and be sure to check the description box below to find out how you can be the winner of a $25 Neat and Tangled gift card. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel and Emily's as well, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.